Hey, what's going on, guys? How we all doing today? Brian Maples back with another video. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Hope you're all doing well. Beautiful day here in Western PA. Just really enjoying the sunshine and a nice breeze. Hope you guys are having some nice weather where you're at as well. So let's go ahead and get started with today's video. A couple of things I wanted to talk about. First of all, let's start with Motivational Monday, right? Great things never come from comfort zones. That is the motivational quote for today. No idea who said it. But think about it. If you don't step outside of that comfort zone, you're never going to go anywhere. If you don't take that first step and talk to a supplier and pay them to send you something, if you don't take that first step and buy the product research software to do the research, if you don't take that first step and make those moves that you're not comfortable with, you're never going to get anywhere. So that is Motivational Monday, the quote of the day. Great things never come from comfort zones, right? And I think anybody who's been successful know that's true. I'm very familiar with Amazon and the process, and new things are popping up all the time, and I'm constantly doing things to push my comfort. And I don't want to live a life of normalcy. It's boring. It's safe, right? But it's not living, man. It's not living life. I'm doing things. I'm trying to generate money in new ways. I'm taking risks. I'm taking calculated risks. Sometimes I take dumb risks, but I do them. And I'm learning, and I'm going to create new ways to create wealth. For example, yesterday I went to the Adidas outlet. I bought some Adidas shoes. I am engaged in Adidas now. So I'm going to try to sell those. I don't really know which shoes I'm buying, if they're the right shoes or not. I just don't have the experience. So I'm out of my comfort zone. It was very uncomfortable. I get the shoes. I'm going to send them in today. And we'll see how I do. I hope I do well. I got the software to do it, which was also uncomfortable buying all the software. So I got storage lockers set up for the upcoming. That was very uncomfortable. I got to go buy storage lockers, which I don't even know if I fully utilize. So there's a lot of things in there that are not in my comfort zone for me that I'm constantly pushing. You've got to do that for yourself as well when it comes to Amazon. You've got to learn, and you've got to push your comfort level, because you'll never get anywhere if you don't. And you're going to have your doubts. You're going to say, should I really buy this, or should I really do this? Sometimes, if you've allocated the money to do it, just do it. And, just like a product, you're never going to know for sure if that product's going to succeed. Excuse me. The only way you're going to tell is if you launch it, right? So get out of your comfort zone. You might have 3 or 4 ideas. And I was just talking about this with a student. At some point, you've got to pull the trigger, and you've got to do it. You cannot just keep hoping. You can never know it's the right product. You're going to have to go with your instincts and hope that is, in fact, going to be a success. Sometimes 60% is about as good as you'll get on your comfort level with it. Maybe you think 60%, 70% chance it'll succeed. That's not bad. I'll take that. So anyway, let's move on. Let's talk about what we're going to talk about today. So the big topic we're going to talk about, I'll save for the end. There's been some big changes in Amazon. You guys definitely want to know about. If you are a toy seller, if you sell a toy, if you have a private label toy, if you do retail arbitrage and you're planning on selling toys, I almost went ahead and bought a pallet of toys that I was thinking, I'll save for maybe a month or two, put them in my storage locker. I could sell them on eBay, can still do that, and also sell them on Amazon. I thought that would be a great idea, have all these toys set up. I just watched a video last night on the Bearded Picker, and this is definitely credit to him. What's happening is they're requiring you to have documents for toys, and I don't know which toys they're requiring to have documents. I kind of looked up some information on it. Children product safety rules in Amazon. Something to do with 12 years old or under. You have to be able to prove what the products are for. I don't fully understand it, but here's how you can tell. And even he didn't really understand it fully yet. Maybe all the information hasn't come out yet, but you're supposed to have these children product safety documents that you have to turn into Amazon. And they're talking about retail arbitrage. So, right, you go to Walmart, you buy a toy, you send it into Amazon, and now they're requiring you to have these documents, which where the heck are you going to get these documents at, right? You just bought it at Walmart. So is it the end, and this is a question he asked last night, is it the end of retail arbitrage for toys? It very well could be, which is a nightmare for so many retail arbitrage sellers out there that do toys, especially in Q4. And what a time to hit people up, right? and right in the start of Q4. What a time to ask for these documents. What a nightmare. I don't know. I understand why Amazon's doing what they're doing. They're getting a lot of slack from the government. They're getting under a lot of scrutiny for counterfeit, a lot of scrutiny for safety issues. So that's probably why they're doing it. Why they chose Q4 of this year to do that, I don't know. You would think it's going to hurt their sales because they're not going to have as many toys to sell, and all these sellers are going to have to move somewhere else. They have to move to eBay or Mercari or one of these other selling platforms. So that's a really big deal. So if you guys have any toys, if you've done retail arbitrage, or if you're thinking about selling a toy, maybe try to find a different category to sell it under. But if you have to, make sure you get these documents off your manufacturer. That would be your Children Product Safety Rules, or CPSR documents. Uh, yeah, that's all I know so far. That's really a nightmare. So I hope nobody is dealing with that, but I'm sure there's many sellers that are dealing with that, unfortunately. Now, here's how you can tell if you're being required to send in documents. You may not even know it. So what you can do is you go into your account. You're going to want to go under your account at the top. You want to go into your account health. It's one of the subcategories under performance, I believe. When you go under that account health, at the bottom right corner, there's going to be a spot that says you may have 20 or 30. Some people have 30, 40 of these where they're being required to ask for documents. So what you want to do is you want to sell those immediately or get them recalled and get rid of them. Also, I just got and they're sending out these too after I just praised Amazon for doing so well with on my call, right, and making improvements. They sent that same day I made that video. They sent me a product compliance violation for an item, which who knows why. Like, people are getting product compliance violations for. Let me give you an example of you can get nobody even knows why they're violations, because I've been selling this for over a year. I haven't been selling it recently, but I just got that. I deleted the actual listing. It's not my listing, but I put delete and I put close. There's other people still selling it. I don't know how, right? If it's a violation of your policies, Amazon, I don't get it. But I deleted it, and to their credit, they actually removed the complaint under my account health. So I had a ding there, and then the next day I woke up and it was gone. Thank God, because I really don't want anything under there affecting my account, especially with my private label products. I cannot afford to lose those. So it's a risky proposition to even, it seems like, to do any retail arbitrage anymore. So that's a big deal. They're sending out those too, and it could be something as simple as, let's say you listed a product. Let's say somebody created a listing under, and this is one of the ones I read about. It was like Disney Magic Princess, and it was like a castle or something, whatever it was. But it wasn't actually under Disney's brand. So when you, as a seller, look that up, and you look up the UPC, and you see, oh, I can sell this. So you send it in, right, and you're selling under this listing. But somebody falsely created that under Disney's brand, so then you're in violation. It's product policy violation. Now, how are you supposed to know that? I have no idea. You're supposed to know which ones are legit and which ones aren't. I don't know, but there's all kinds of different reasons they use for that. They say to look up their product policy, compliance, but there's no consistency whatsoever there. So some people are allowed to sell it, some people aren't, and there's no rhyme or reason why one's considered a product policy violation and one's not, unless it's like a hazmat issue, which could have been with this recent product I'm talking about for me. But that's the problem with Amazon. There's no consistency. There's so much misunderstanding and miscommunication from the company as to what's what. I mean, I was reading about one woman in the UK that lost her $10 million grocery business because she kept getting so many of those, and she kept closing out the listings like they told her to, but they kept giving her more and more, and it built up, and it suspended her account. So it's really getting harder and harder to sell on Amazon if you're doing retail arbitrage, and if you're doing wholesale, especially with the buy box issues, right? So it's really causing a lot of trouble for a lot of people. Private label is the best spot to be in right now, in my opinion, because of all this trouble. Because you take away toys, especially for retail arbitrage, and that's a massive category for so many, especially in Q4. You're going to have a huge migration of sellers leaving. And what that's going to do, it's going to be a good thing for the wholesale people, because they can probably get these documents they need to buy these toys. So it's also going to probably raise prices for the consumers, because people are getting these cheaper at Walmart and reselling them, well, they're going to take that whole crowd away. They're all going to be gone. They're all going to move to eBay or somewhere else or shut down completely. Or Walmart, if that happens to be an option, or some other platform that will take over for that. But that's unfortunate. Um, you know, Amazon's landscape is really changing. They're under a lot of scrutiny. I understand why, but they're such a massive company. It's hard for them to police all this stuff. I get that, but I'm not sure they're doing justice for the sellers again in this situation. Luckily, I'm not a retail arbitrage seller. For the most part, I have done that. I am starting to do it with shoes, but who knows? The hammer could drop tomorrow on shoes. And they could say we're not allowed to sell shoes. Um, Amazon's hurting themselves with this. I don't think they. Maybe I'm sure they do realize that they're a billion trillion dollar company. They're ridiculous. They have people that research this stuff, but I think it's going to hurt them in the long run. I think this might be, and I'm talking years of decline. This might be the beginning of the end because of certain changes that are happening for a lot of sellers out there. But again, private label is still strong for the time being, unless they create some kind of new rule that really screws us too, which you never know. It's getting harder and harder. There's more and more sellers. I would suggest don't put all your eggs in one basket. I'm still myself trying to get approved on Walmart and still trying to. I'm going to try to build up eBay more, maybe doing some liquidation stuff. So anyway, I don't want to harp on that too long, but that is a really big deal, especially for you retail arbitrage sellers. Prime Day is coming up, October 13th and 14th. If you don't have stuff already from coming over from China, there's no way it's going to make it. Unless you do air shipping, and that's going to even be close. With the check-in times they're having right now, good luck with that. I hope you have stuff coming in the mail already. If you're going to run out of stock, I hope it's already on the way. So that's a big deal. If nobody's ever been through Prime Day, it increases sales, pretty significantly for that one day. It looks like they're doing 2 days. Just be prepared for that. It should be some good days there. Not too much else to say about that. If you do have the margins to do a deal, that might be a good idea, and you might see really, some nicely increased sales there. I'm personally getting ready for. I am ready for that, I believe, but I'm getting ready for Q4 for Christmas time. That's a whole month of selling that I think is going to be massive. So let's talk about what I really wanted to talk about today, which is just I had it up there. It's Chinese reviews specifically. Here's the thing. I think everybody at some point, especially if you go back a year or so, you've probably used a relative or a friend to get you a review or two, and that was kind of promoted and expected to get you a couple good reviews to get started. I wouldn't do that today. It's very risky, and the big thing that I've noticed now that you can see the addresses is that specifically it's been all Chinese sellers that have done this. And not every Chinese seller, but like 80% of them, I would say, of all the orders I've ordered. When I go back and looked at all my orders, like 80% of them have inserts that ask for a 5-star review or give some kind of incentive for a 5-star review, which is completely against terms and conditions. That's a risk they're taking, and I don't really feel like Amazon cracks down on that. I have a product insert. It asks for an honest review. It does not ask for any kind of 5-star review, which is against terms and conditions. You're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to offer any kind of incentive. It's even, crossing the line when you say, like, I'm a American business and because some people will give you a good review because you're an American business. So you can't redirect people to, if they don't want a 5-star, redirect them to where you want to go. So you can help them out that way to give them something free or give them a refund. That's all against terms and conditions. So again, I'm not saying that anybody is completely innocent. I'm not saying I'm innocent of the review thing, but I've never put in a product insert that violates terms and conditions, at least not that I'm aware of. I've always tried to follow the rules when it comes to that. I just feel like it's completely wrong that there's so much. Here's where it crossed the line for me. I've gotten a ton of product inserts that have asked for 5-star reviews or given an incentive, which I just shake my head and just think, man, Amazon does not do anything about these. But the biggest problem I had is the other day. So this microphone you see right here, I ordered off of a seller. And they had good reviews, which is a big part of why I ordered it. And it's been working okay. I've had some hiccups with it, but for the money I paid with it, I'm happy with it. I wouldn't have a problem giving a 5-star review, honestly. But here's the big issue I have. So I received this letter, okay? And this letter was not in with the product. I received this letter in the mail, which is really messed up because Amazon's not supposed to be giving out address information to the sellers. So number one, how did they get my address? Well, I think how they got it is you can actually print up a report under your reports, and it'll give you each sale and where they went, what address they went to. So they probably did it through that, and they probably have a U.S. agent because it's a Chinese company. Now that I can see the actual seller, it's a Chinese company. But here's the real kicker. Here's where I have a problem. So I've gone into Facebook groups before. This was last year to see how this all works. And, what's going on in there is there's these Chinese sellers, a lot of foreign sellers. Let me put it that way. Let me put it this way. I didn't see any U.S. sellers in there. I'm not saying that they don't exist in there. I didn't see any. And they were all, speak broken English, and they would say, we'll give you your money back if you give us a 5-star review. And I really wanted to see that world and see what was happening. There was products in there that had 3,000 or 4,000 like 5-star reviews. I mean, 4.7, 4.8. And it was completely illegitimate. And I know Amazon cracked down on that in the UK recently and some other places, but there's so much of this going on. And it's in my experience, from all the products, I've ordered quite a bit of product. It's when I do get these, it's all from Chinese sellers or from a foreign seller, They're almost exclusively Chinese sellers. So they're not following the rules, they don't care. They're cheating the system. And again, who hasn't had a friend do a review or something? I mean, most people have, but this takes it to a whole nother level. And this bothered me. When they sent me this letter, this bothered me. Let me read this to you guys. And I'm going to paraphrase the first part. But it's completely messed up that they sent it to my house separately again from this order. They sent it in an envelope in the mail. So that's the real kicker. It says, hi, my name is Ann. I'm an Amazon, dear sir, madam. My name is Ann. I'm an Amazon seller who sells USB mic for the PC. This right here. Thank you for your purchase and support of my small business. We promise a 365-day warranty. Okay. First of all, why are you sending it to my address and not with the product? But, okay, 365-day warranty. I sincerely hope you will like it. I'm going to send this letter to make sure that the product you receive is in good condition. Any questions, feel free to contact us via email. First of all, they're asking me to contact non-Amazon, but they're asking me to contact them. That's against terms and conditions. They're sending it to my home address, which who knows how they got. That's against terms and conditions. And the warranty, that's fine, but they should be putting that in the box with the item. At the same time, here's where the kicker comes. At the same time, I'd like to ask a favor. We are a college entrepreneurship team located in California, otherwise known as China, because that's where the address is on the product that I bought. And this is our first product. It's not their first product, and they're not from California. We're struggling to get product reviews. At present, our small business is at a critical period. I won't be able to continue making sales unless I get enough product reviews. We have invested over $45,000 on this product. We are making a living by it, and we can't fail. So they're telling me they're a college entrepreneurship team, and they're making a living off of it. What? The whole entire entrepreneurship team is making a living off this product? Right there doesn't make any sense, okay? We are making a living by it, we can't fail. Okay, who is making a living by it? You or your college entrepreneurship team that did it? Could you please take 2 minutes to rate a 5-star review for us? Your 5-star review will rescue my small business. But I thought you were a college entrepreneurship from California who invested in a product, and it's your business? I'm confused. And you're from China, but you're saying you're from California. Your 5-star review will rescue my small business. Thank you in advance. If, for any reason, you don't think it deserves a 5-star review, please contact us via email, 3ducksdirect@outlook.com with your order ID, and I will try my best to solve the problem for you. Thank you, and best regards, Ann Hill. Okay. First of all, and there's the product, black and white. Clearly this product right here. I got it a few days after I received this, and I did Amazon FBA. This was not fulfilled by merchant. So, to me, the reason I might report this because it's taking over time. Okay, I get product cards all the time, and I'm sure you guys have as well. If you order off of Amazon, which I'm sure you do, that ask you, and break the terms, asking you for 5-star reviews or giving you incentive, a $10 gift card for a 5-star review. Or if you've ever seen those Facebook groups, they offer incentives for 5-star reviews. And they get hundreds of thousands of these reviews from these methods. And it's completely not right if you're playing by the rules. It's not fair. But I've never wanted to go ahead and report anybody, I mean, I've been suspended for something that I was completely playing by the rules. It was probably a competitor, and they tried to get me shut down. I had to go through a lawyer and a big mess, and I was playing by the rules when it comes to that. Um, Point being is, you also have these companies, or they hire agents to destroy your listings, where they come out and they'll give you a 1-star review to destroy your listing, which is completely messed up. How do you stop it? I don't know, but I know you can stop these product reviews from these inserts. And if you get a letter like this is what bothers me. They shouldn't have my address, and they shouldn't be asking me for a 5-star review via a letter in the mail. That bothers me a lot. That, to me, this takes it over the top. This letter. If you're going to send me a product review card that's against terms, I'm hoping Amazon will check that, but they can't check it, man. They're too big to do anything. They're such a mess with things. They give you, just the other day, I got a product compliance issue with one of my items because, and I might have mentioned this already, but because I don't even know why. I don't know why I wasn't compliant. And I removed it. Thank God they removed it from my account health, but you have people that get 30 or 40 of these at a time. It's not right. So anyway, I'm thinking about reporting this. This is not at all in my niche, and I'm just bothered by the fact that they're lying through their teeth, and they've sent this to my home separately, and it was an FBA order, and they're completely they've taken it over the top. They're lying through their teeth. And the product has 300 or 400 good reviews, and I ordered it based off of the reviews, knowing now that they're completely BS. I don't know why nobody has reported them yet. They probably don't know how to report them. Customers probably don't know how to report them, nor do they want to take the time out to do it. If anything, they're taking the time out to do a 5-star review for them. The thing about it is, it's not a bad product. I did have some issues with it, but overall, I'd give it a 4 or 5 star. But after that, that's really messed up. So anyway, yeah, it's a big problem, and it has been 100% Chinese sellers that have done it in my experience. But maybe 80% of those sellers that are Chinese have done it. So there's still some good, honest people out there. And I'm not saying USA sellers don't do it, because they do. Let's face it. But it's become a big game of, you gotta almost game the system to get good reviews, or you have to fight bad reviews that are dishonest because somebody is trying to knock you off their niche by giving you false reviews. So it does a huge injustice to the sellers. But if you want to get somebody's address, you can do it through reports. As far as I know, you can do it through your order reports. It gives you every address to send it out to, so you can still get people's addresses, even though Amazon's kind of trying to stop that because they want to control that. But clearly they can get your address because they've sent me this letter. So anyway, just wanted to cover that. That's I think a huge issue. They have taken down some reviews in like UK and thousands of reviews before. Just don't do it. It's not a smart move. You can get your whole account suspended. You can get banned. Your listing can get banned. I wouldn't recommend it. That's taking a massive risk by sending me that letter, and that really puts a bad taste in my mouth, the letter. But in the end, I'll probably do nothing about it, but it does bother me. So anyway, hope you guys have a great weekend, had a great weekend, and I hope you guys are doing well. If you have any questions, please email me at fbacommute@gmail.com. If you have a specific topic you want me to talk about, I'd be happy to do that. I hope you guys found this valuable. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. If you did like the video, please hit a like, a thumbs up. I'd appreciate that. If you didn't, thumbs down. I hope you guys find something valuable from what I put out there. So I will be coming out with some more videos here this week. I've got some new topics. If you do have a topic, again, please remark in the comments or email me. And also, I still have my coaching at patreon.com/FBA-commute. And I do have room for 1 or 2 more students. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and God bless. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good day.